to your tweets. Of course, I remember that one. That's from Gfinity from the interview.
I was looking for a good one to tweet out for this.
Of course, the KiLLa to Choo Choo Train is always a good one as well.
And
of course, fun fact, I was casting that match actually with Golden Boy, UFG Atlanta, when the whole Choo Choo Train was happening. As man, that was, I just remember KiLLa and just the whole team going off, just screaming, and Golden Boy just being like, just keep casting, as he stands up, takes off the headset, like, we got to shut them up. Like,
yeah.
Such an epic moment. I've had a lot of good moments. Nifty Clutch, one of them too. I don't know. I'm old. All right. All right, let's go and get into it. All right, domination on Sovereign. I'm excited. Come on, we got to see KiLLa. That's the man. That's the People Champ, like you said. This is a rematch from earlier. Now, I don't know if they played Sovereign. My mind.
Yeah, there's so many. There's been so many matches. I think they played. This might be the first time they played Sovereign since round 1 of the whole tournament.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not sure. It might have been like because they've been 3-0ing teams as well, so they haven't probably gotten to that second domination game in a lot of these series.
One thing I like about this is just the kind of mind games that you do with your opponents where it comes to pushing the home flag is always a crucial thing. That's a crucial thing in domination in general, but specifically with this map, that B control is so incredibly crucial, much like any other map. But here, you're always wanting to get it. If you can get the AC split, you're happy with that, and of course work your way towards B, because the distance to run from your spawn to the B or even the other end is incredibly long.
It's pretty long.
It's pretty long, right? So it's like, it's really difficult, but overall, pretty close series so far, 13-15. Both teams kind of trying to fill each other out once again.
Yeah, and obviously it's been a while since this Wanted team has played.
It has been.
And the Nation team has been playing consistently, or just constantly, since the start of the entire tournament, because they got knocked out. They got knocked into losers pretty early. Same with I mean, I can't even imagine being the Envy team. They haven't played for 2 hours now or something like that.
It's been a while.
And then you have to wait an entire another series. So
I'll tell you, it's enough for a round of golf.
Yeah.
So maybe Rainbow got the best of both worlds.
Probably. He's on a golf cart right now.
He's on a golf cart right now, maybe in Fortnite. I don't know if he had time to make it over to the golf course. He's on an ATK, as they call it. But good game we have so far, 22-33. Wanted, though, we'll have the lead so far. It seems their slaying has been out of this world so far. But you look at the captures. They have a total of 6-2. Ricky's the only one with 2 captures overall. One of those, I assume, is the home flag.
Yeah, it's not looking too good right now. And plus, Classic's getting their home flag right now.
Yep.
And well, MBoZe opens it up with a 2-piece. So we'll see if they can turn that around right now.
Definitely so. We need.
He's caught on the robot.
That robot was always such a nuisance, but
Ooh.
It always seemed like it was such random timing. But Classic with a nice kill there on Ricky from around the corner. But one thing's for certain, you know, Nation, they may be trailing behind, but KiLLa's not slowing down. Still 9-4 overall. He was on a kill streak just before. Classic, though, finally making something happen. So he's going to be able to lock that flag down, and we'll see this nice, beautiful
pan shot
overall. I like the creativity, Landon. It's absolutely awesome. There we go. All right. We're really
so this is top control.
Feel like we're doing a fly-through before the match starts. This is great. I like this. Landon has 2 jobs. There. Oh, look at that. Let me tell you.
Oh my, this is
the spectator experience. I feel like I'm there.
I feel like I might get seasick if you continue. There's those putting down. But it's like clockwork. Look, KiLLa is double positive again.
You know, I'm telling you,
has a cap.
He's a man on a mission, and he is playing his heart out.
And I was just about to critique him too. Just saying,
really?
Saying yes, he is double positive, but maybe that's just because he has a Remington in the back spawn. But then I saw that he has a Vector and also a cap, so he is just simply frying. He is just an amazing Call of Duty player, world champion.
Best S&D player in the world. He's really, truly making strides, as Landon says, without question, to kind of echo the sentiment. MBoZe, I wanted to mind you, started off 0-4. Now he's 9-11. He's really stepped it up for the team, and the team was already performing relatively well, and we'll see if that's going to make some improvements. Of course, they're going to be down 13 points overall. We're about to reach into the second half.
And they're actually borderline getting trip capped right now because they were losing their home flag, and they're getting, hit off of B as well. So
well, they were trying to.
It's not looking pretty right now for Nation.
They were trying to get the trip cap. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. Oh my gosh, the trip cap now in the hands of Wanted.
Right.
You talk about a turn of events, and that's not what you want when you're already down now. I've been mentioning it. You get 1 point per 5 seconds for the flag that you have, so that's 3 points every 5 seconds, and I believe it's, what, 32 or 39 points for a minute with the trip cap.
Right, yeah.
So Revan's the one who pointed that out, I think, when I was casting UMG or Anaheim, or MOG Anaheim. He was one of them. Dude's a genius.
He just could, yeah.
Yeah,
There's people like that are
just blew my mind.
They can do the math in their heads, and then they also know the basis of all of it.
Didn't he just get his master's degree in?
I have no clue.
Oh, there's a genius.
That I have no idea.
Look at this, though.
But
overall, yeah. you know, like what I'm seeing so far, though, from the team of Team Wanted. You know, they came into it. Obviously, it was going to be a toss-up between who was going to be able to take it. You mentioned Wanted was coming in. They were pretty cold. Obviously, they're not. They've been,
what in the world?
They've been practicing. They've been shooting up the bots. And it's obviously paying off at this point. Of course, Search and Destroy is where I'm kind of curious to see how both sides are going to be going, but domination seems to be in the hands of Wanted. Nation needs to get to work at this point, and really it's a story. You look at the captures, Hitch. I mean, the captures there's a huge difference between the two teams, and it just comes to show that they're rotating through, and that's been the biggest difference maker.
Yeah, those rotations and those traded kills and those individual gunfights off of B flag are probably the most important when it comes to Sov Dom, because as you can see, there's a lot of people that are getting outslayed on the Wanted team, and there's a lot of even score line as far as the Nation squad, but it's still just a very huge lead of Wanted's favor, and it's mostly because of those B flag trades and just those individual gunfights that are really swinging the score line.
Right, and that's the long line of sights that we talked about, right? Getting to the other side, you can sneak through, get at least their home flag neutralized, and you force the team to rotate back, and that makes your team very vulnerable at that point. As we see the slays are starting to come through. 108 to 74. Nation doing everything in their power to make something happen, but of course they only have C flag in their control only C flag in their control as the AB split in the hands of Wanted. Classic last up. This is an opportunity for Nation to push forward. But look at that. Classic's going to make quick work of KiLLa. It's going to take him out, and they're going to continue this domination. And look at this Classic. What I like about this, it's not going to be satisfied. He knows his player's going to be pushing through. They're going to be trying to get that trip cap. We do see an answer over on A, but
he knew.
Never be satisfied. You got to keep pushing forward the home flag of the enemy team.
Yeah. And now I feel like that was his his home flag that he rotated back towards?
His teammate had captured it at that point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so now they just have them trapped at C once again, but they notice that they're not there in the spawn, so they know that the B capture attempt is going to be coming, and there's just you can see it with a lot of these players, and a lot of the muscle memory just comes back. Like right there, I bet you he didn't even know why he looked top.
No,
but
truthfully,
he did. And it's because they, back in the day, like as you start to play it, all those tendencies start to come back. He gets a kill there, and it's just immediately that's where you look. It's just top.
Well, when we go back to Ghost, right, it's boots on ground. At this point, jetpacks weren't a thing whatsoever. So at this point, line of sights was incredibly important. And a lot of the times, they practice these lines of sights, as we see an elimination there from Spacely, at least. Or I believe he maybe destroyed the trophy system. Couldn't tell. He got 150 points from that. But the line of sights is incredibly important on this map. And a lot of the players, they practice those flick shots. And especially even whenever they're going against bots. And you'll see that whenever they're warming up. Like you said, muscle memory in the hands of really anybody that's been playing in this. And it's definitely showing off. Nation, though, the story still develops with them. They're losing the lead even more so. 94 to 147. They have not been able to recover. Just comes to the testament. Wanted has done such a phenomenal job. And you're looking at it yourself. I know you still play Ghost at least a little bit. I mean, the biggest difference maker, we talked about the rotations. Aside from that, I mean, what else could it be? Why they're losing. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I think it just got out of hand because once you're down by that much, first map, you really just kind of have to play it more aggressively. You have to looking for those trip caps or those one neutral and two caps. But so you kind of have to play a little bit more hectic, I think, way more aggressive, and that can go in your favor, or that can just make you get obliterated, which is looking like the second
Well, they were trying to go for the trip cap at one point and almost looked like they were going to be able to do so. But even with the trip cap in the last remaining minute, it's not going to be enough time for them to be able to make this comeback, being nearly 60 points down. That's going to be all she wrote. They're going to take the first domination here. Of course, moving into Search and Destroy, it might be a different story. I know that's where Nation kind of strives at, but, you know, the Wanted Boys themselves, they're not too bad when it comes to Search and Destroy either. You know, I'm looking at their stats overall through Ghost, and all of them had at least a 1-0 KD, at least whenever it came to all game modes. They were looking incredibly strong, but, hey, anything could definitely happen. But I know that at least the fans, I think they're behind the Nation team. We'll see.
Yeah, the thing with the Nation squad is, you know, they could go off at any point when it comes to Search and Destroy. Obviously, the Wanted squad, they're very, very solid in respawn all the time, and you know they do have really good moments when it comes to S&D. But if there's anybody in S&D that can turn up and make something good happen, it could be KiLLa or MBoZe. They've lived in S&D tournaments, especially in Ghost.
There it is, 195 to the boys of Wanted to the 118 of Nation.
200, that's crazy.
That's insane. And you don't see that too often. Even back then you didn't see that too. I mean, maybe in an open bracket play, right? But, I mean, at least against two top pros playing it out, it's incredibly rare to be able to see that. But I'm just kind of curious. A random question kind of came into mind. Back in the day, obviously, you've always been an Optic fan. This has been your dream to work for Optic. When it came to Optic Nation, Optic Gaming, which one was your biggest team? Which one were you a huge supporter of?
Well, for a little bit there, whenever it was the Optic Nation team, this team we're watching right now, I was probably a bigger fan of Optic Nation.
Okay.
For a little while. Obviously, whenever I think watching Optic Gaming play was more of just like a Call of Duty experience because so many people wanted Scump and Nade to win that it was kind of just cool.
It was a massive one, yeah.
Yeah, it was just kind of cool to watch. It was kind of cool to watch how the entire scene reacted whenever that team played. But personally, I made this video way back in the day, Optic Nation GOAT chemistry video, where how their high fives were unparalleled or unmatched in the scene, and so ever since I made that video, I just kind of geared towards Optic Nation a little bit. So it is actually really, really wild to be able to watch these guys play on the same team this far in the future. I don't know. It's
going to be even better, right? So that, or at least that's going to be the qualifiers, and you're going to be hosting at least the finals when you got there. And I know you have some special guests that might potentially be casting alongside yourself.
Yeah, that's going to be wild. Hopefully, we have some cool things planned. I might have to make some other things happen after seeing how professional you guys have it. It's going to be a little bit different.
That was the goal.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, but next week because I don't have all of this equipment, but I have heart.
You don't say. You have heart. I respect that. If you got heart, you got enough to take over the world, I guess you could say. Yeah. So here it is, back at it again, and we got the beautiful pan shot going down. Okay, I thought we were committing to it. KiLLa on your screen, shooting through the smoke. Let's get that Oracle mode on and see what's going on, as I do believe there is a player just up ahead. Ricky, of course, on your screen, we saw a player that just crossed through the smoke through bottom hotels. Might have a player in front of him as well. He does have the bomb. No kills as of yet. We'll see what's going to go down, Hitch. Excited to see a player just to the left of Ricky. That's going to be Spacely. Shots fired. Nobody down just yet.
Wow, that was an ego chow. Goodness, he had his entire back exposed, but still just ran up and took him on. So it looks like it's a... Oh, wait, is it a...
It's a 1v3. That is.
Okay.
I'm telling you, when bodies drop, they drop quickly, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially in Search and Destroy. I always say between the 40 and 30-second mark, that's just when everything explodes or implodes, depending on which side you're on. Slacked on your screen, 1v3 situation, and he's going through bottom. He looks like he's... I was going to say, he was pushing that bomb pretty hard, and I was like, could we be threatening maybe a ninja defuse, potentially?
He definitely had some good timing right now, right there, because I think they thought he was on the other side of the map. But
yeah.
You know, you just turn around. You have a vector in hand. That's the melt machine.
Back in the day, it was. Absolutely. If you weren't running that, you were crazy. You were insane. Oh, I see Nation now. 1-0 up. Of course, we're going to be on board with the team of Wanted. Classic on your screen, pushing for 2 players, though, being really aggressive from Nation, and that was KiLLa, which would be the first one. Ooh. Classic taking out the second. Slack is going to drop from Wanted. And the bomb in the hands of Classic. He looks like he has free reign to get that bomb down.
Yeah. And this spot right here, you can see all of B except for where Classic just planted that bomb. So it was a good line of sight, but Classic basically won up there. But Ricky, wow. Yeah. Ripped a dude off of the head glitch and then was able to get the 2-piece. So now we have Huhdle in a 1v2.
Sticky situation, only 25 seconds remaining. Huhdle, top hotel, I believe he has been spotted. Took some shots there, but no damage. Player up front, player to his left as well. Will he be able to get this? No, he cannot. He can't get the 2-piece. And that's going to be Ricky with a nice clutch. Mind you,
Ricky is 6-0.
6-0. You talk about tearing it up. Ricky is doing just that. Wow. He has a defuse, a plant, plus 6 kills in his name. You talk about being the savior for Team Nation. 2 zeros to score. Hitch, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking good for all of us Nation fans.
Absolutely.
I believe we got told we could go into a listen-in, right?
Absolutely. I think we can go and listen in with Wanted. Of course, they're down 0-2. Let's see how the communication is going between them. What's happening?
Nice, I didn't get an assist.
I'm one shot, boss.
Bottom hotel, I just got shit on. He's outside their dick tank. Here.
Got him?
Nice, that was him. One was like their strip. One plays strip.
Okay, I'm super weak. I'm going top hotel right now.
Yeah, one's bus, I think. I just saw one bus. Yep, bottom motel, bottom motel.
Bottom hotel right now. Nice, good. You're looking for KiLLa. He plays late flank strip. He plays like strip with an AR, 100%.
Just chilling bottom
yeah, I
hotel
think I just seen his head strip hungers. I could be too.
He could be anywhere now, but that's where he usually plays.
Just chilling bottom hotel.
Check
in A.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, Josh has A, you guys get B.
Checking B.
Alright,
let's go. Yep, good shit.
What do we got here? Offense?
Yeah.
Does you want to work like a B drop here or what?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's do it. Does anyone have a tac class?
Yeah, I do.
Like tac mask?
Use it. Get top hotel quick.
Okay. I'm gonna stun the B cross. So what do you have to get it? I'm stunning the B cross for you guys.
I got it, my bad.
I'm going to throw these stuns. I stunned him on the cross, stunned him from hotel, I stunned him from...
Not blue dump.
Nice. Your guy side in the open.
Can we smoke it out and try to get a drop? I use my smoke. He's front. Gas tank. Hey, top hotel jumped up on you.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to... Fuck. I just smoked on.
Top hotel, MBoZe still.
Those gas tanks suck. You can probably make a plan it.
Oh, bust
top on. Let's top pawn.
No, I literally just switched. One's diner alley as well. On dumpster.
In the right corner.
He's from pawn, yeah.
No, he's not there.
Oh.
Not there.
You gotta just be laying down behind.
Nice.
Killing.
I'm about to put this down.
Oh, one's gas and one's pawn. You should be able to plan it. He's gonna be on you on the pawn 18 once you drop.
What the fuck?
Nice. Other guy's slow AR. Take your time. He won't hop it, I doubt it yet. I don't think he'll hop it.
Dude, the vector just disappeared.
Good shit, Josh.
Nice shot.
Gosh, you're a fucking hoss! Are you serious?
Whoa!
These plays are disgusting out of you, bro. Shit.
I knew he wouldn't hop. There's no way Sloss hopped the ball.
Bro, Josh, you got the worst timing ever.
I swear, it never gets old listening to these team comms in between the I mean, it really genuinely never gets old, especially back in the day. This is reminding me of like the old Call of Duty days. Like, it's just not vented at all, just straight through.
Yeah, just raw.
Just raw, and I love it. All right, stop playing. It's raw. All right.
It's raw, and I love it.
Hey, now, come on.
Okay, so we're in a 1v4 situation. If MBoZe clutches this, I will PayPal everyone that retweets this $100.
All right, getting out my phone now because I believe in the man. And oh my gosh, you talk about starting it off big. Everybody, go retweet the tweet. You're about to get some PayPal money. Oh no, come on, you got to hit those. Pistol out. There it is. And PayPal me the money. Let's get it. MBoZe. All right. Let's calm it down a little bit. I saw money signs. I saw proofing. Money team. Let's get it. Man, you talk about almost clutching that. When he can hit his snipes, he can hit his snipes. 3-2 though. Is you're dying over there.
That's goalie. That's not me.
Oh, is it goalie?
Yeah,
okay.
Just laughing in the mic.
3-2 is going to be the score. Wanted. You know, I'll be honest with you. Going into this, I thought Nation was going to run away with this, but Wanted is doing it 3-2 currently.
Oh, that is an amazing stun by Slacked. Getting 2 people off of the cross, but now he might get... Well, I don't even know what happened there. So many switches.
Landon is hyped up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Landon thinks he's playing.
He's... All right, Landon. Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy sh... Landon.
It's
1v2 situation.
1v2 situation.
Huhdle has bomb down, and then I think this is his second or third 1v2 situation, and he's clutched both of them. So we'll see if he can do it again.
What I would pay to be in the team comms when he clutches it, just to hear the response. 1v2. Just got to do some defensive work. Of course, though, having that Remington up here is definitely not where you want it to be, but it spots one player, and Ricky lasered every single shot into his abdomen, and that's going to take him out. Now, that's a big round for Nation. They're going to tie up the series 3-3. Looking incredibly strong so far, but Ricky has yet to slow down. He's 10-3, Hitch.
Yeah, 10-3.
2 defuses, 1 plant.
How can you tell the defuses?
Well, just by remembering.
Oh, okay. You're a genius. I was wondering where that stat line was.
It's quick stats, baby. That's a commentator, you know?
Oh,
the magic of commentating.
I'm never getting called back here.
Yeah, matter of fact, you will be. I think you will. You're the star of the show. You're the star power. Ricky in the back. Miracle taking out Spacely as well as getting a 2-piece there on Spacely. Classic.
That's a flank you don't see every day.
Absolutely.
Flanking the 2 people that initially pushed B. Smart play out of Miracle's there, and that is a quick round. 4 up, 4 down for the Nation squad.
Looking incredibly strong.
Yeah, so I definitely think. I mean, obviously, I think Nation can take this, and that's big for the entire series.
Oh, yeah, to tie it up.
Basically resetting the whole series and making it a best of 3. And, you know, two respawns immediately after this, and you know, Nation is not bad at respawns whatsoever.
But how Wanted played that domination, though.
Yeah, how Wanted played the domination was really good, but again, it wasn't. It was more of a situational play rather than just slaying ability, because it definitely seemed like KiLLa was still going off in that. Oh, Slack is going to get caught from behind. Smart play by Ricky.
That was huge from Ricky. I was looking at that, and if Slack would have got that elimination, that would have been huge. But great spot from Ricky. Ooh. Bomb plant trying to go down, but KiLLa knowing the nade spots. He takes out Classic. Now Spacely last alive. Nation looking to bring this 5-3. I don't think Spacely's going to be able to get out of this. 1v4, he needs a miracle to happen, but Miracles is on the other team. That's a dad joke. I know. 26. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the second round in a row where it's been, you know, four alive on the other team, but then he managed just to sneak in that kill at the very end. So, but yeah, what is it? 5-3 now?
It's currently 5-3. Nation 1 round away from at least tying up the series 1-1. Looking pretty good. Wanted, you know, they were looking strong for a couple of rounds there, but Nation has answered back effectively, and now.
Is nobody sniping? I've never.
Let's go through the players and see.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a game of Octane Octane S&D where there's not a single sniper on the map. But that's kind of crazy. I think again. I think that's the second time that that
was Miracles in that situation. I think though the same result though. Spacely was the one who was trying to run that bomb through. Now it's a 2v2, and now Huhdle last alive again in a clutch situation. As he gets one, but Miracles, who played extremely well during this entire game, picked it up throughout the final rounds, ends up 7-5, and he's going to close it out for Nation, who's going to take this search and destroy and tie up the series 1-1. Now, that's exactly how I thought it would go, but now going into the respawn game mode now, Blitz, I'm a little bit worried for Nation, especially after that domination. Of course, different game mode, though. Yeah. Entirely different, right? Because it's not about kills at this point.
Right.
It's about being sneaky and getting those captures.
It's less... Well, it's less about rotations in Blitz because it's the same spawn over and over and over again. So at this point, you know, with KiLLa frying the way that he is, especially with an AR, it's Warhawk Blitz. You can just post him, you know, rotating throughout those middle maps, even maybe watching a specific lane, and then just have Ricky and MBoZe push up as you know, as far as possible and get the trades and play and run around like chickens with their head cut off the way that they always have, and see if they can just get some caps while KiLLa slays out. But
and man, we have a good match going on. Series score 1-1 currently, as we now are going into Blitz Warhawk, which we talked a little bit about beforehand, right? We'll talk a little bit more about that going into it. I'm excited for it. Curious what you guys are thinking. But, you know, I mentioned to Hitch, I don't know if he wants to dance. I was like, you haven't danced yet, and I know that's one of the things that you do on your streams. I know you're a bit tired, though.
Yeah, kind of tired, but we're gonna keep this moving. And if there is an opportunity where it is dancing is appropriate, or it seems like it needs
it's your party,
to be
man.
done,
Dance when you want to.
I will be here. But Goalie already said that he cannot play 50 cents in the club.
That is true.
Which I found very disappointing. But I believe
we don't like strikes.
Right.
And, you know, we don't like getting in trouble. Although, I do agree with you. Yeah. We should see it. And I am disappointed in him myself.
Yes. Maybe we could just have him sing it. That way we don't get a copyright strike, and I can still dance.
I think that would be even worse than playing the song itself. if he were to sing it, I think we might as well take the copyright strike at that point and just play the actual song rather than have him sing it. I couldn't imagine Goalie, being who he is, singing in the club 50 cents.
In the club.
Well, it's in the club, but he would say in the club. It would be the most terrible.
Find me in the club.
You can find me in the club. It's going down. You can find me in the club. It's going down.
Okay, here we go.
Take me to the candy shop. Yes, it would be exactly like that with Goalie doing that. All right. It's going down. Here now, see, now I got myself saying it. Blitz Warhawk going in it. I'm not even better. 10 seconds. We're counting it down. I'm excited for it. Who do you want to start on board with?
I think we got to watch KiLLa.
Okay.
The man of the people. Oh, look at this drive. Look at it. It's just beautiful. Watching top drug, beamed.
That's how we started off there, KiLLa.
That is just beams. Look at that. Oh, okay.
Oh, outside of bakery, unfortunately. Yeah. Not able to make it happen. Good push, though, from the team of Wanted. Spacely's already in the home base, and unfortunately gets taken out as it looks like a good response from the Nation boys. As Slack, of course, trying to push for himself. Ooh. Not able to get the two-piece, but even so, there was a player bar pushing out. I don't know if he'd be able to get that. But look at the aggressiveness. You look. Every second you're looking away, there's already someone from the team of Wanted in the spawn of Nation.
Right, and I know you can't, for some reason on Spectator, or on Codcaster, you can't see it, but all these guys are running the specialist abilities or specialist score streaks, so there weren't actually score streaks in Ghosts.
Right.
But you got to earn more perks as you got more kills and more objectives. And so right there you see Classic running the Remington, but if he gets a few kills, then he gets the perk where you can reload faster, and it starts to play a little bit faster, maybe get a lightweight or a, I think he's already run a marathon, but you just start to kind of turn into this super trooper as you get more kills, and it kind of becomes evident as you watch how differently they move with more kills to their name.
Already the first score in the bag, and that's going to be for the Wanted boys. And Slacked already trying to swan dive into the portal, and there it is. He's going to get yet another one as they continue the aggression pushing forward. And Nation has not been able to push up. Wanted has done a phenomenal job shutting them down. We do see a couple of the Nation players pushing on the American side, trying to make something happen. Especially as he's going to go ahead and answer himself and score.
Not looking good for any Nation fan out there. Which is also bad because you really need Nation to take this game.
Yeah, no, you absolutely do.
You know,
going into domination, right? I mean, it's gonna be a bit testy.
Yeah,
especially after that first one, right? The score 195 to 118. But I mean, it is strike zone, and we do know, at least watching in the past strike zone, Nation they do considerably well there. But with that being said, we are starting to see a couple of scores.
What? How did he lose that? I have no idea how he managed to get out of that situation, but a blessing for Nation there by not letting Classic get that point.
Absolutely so. Spacely doing some work, keeping Nation at bay, and he does just that.
Wow.
Great 2 kills on his part. He's going to go and pick up the AR and the SMG. He's got the best of both worlds at this point. Water tower about to be contested. Spacely, those coming through like a tank. Taking out everyone in his sights. That's Miracles. Yet another player straight up ahead. AR in hand, and that's going to be KiLLa as he keeps pushing forward, going for the third, not able to do so. Luckily, Huhdle is going to be there. Slack with the knife. The portal in sight. 2 players in bar. Can he get the next one? Doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and get the portal capture, and that's 5-2. You talk about a phenomenal push from Wanted.
There are a lot of guys. I remember saying that it's mostly sneaky caps on this game type and map, which is usually the case, but it seems like it's just gunfight after gunfight in this particular matchup. So that's a little bit more exciting to watch, which is fun.
Oh, absolutely, right. Except it's just a bing bong that we were seeing
just
earlier,
a bing
right?
Bong.
But now we're seeing a little bit more action, some more eliminations going down. Classic stopping that push from Nation. 3 already down once again, and that's been really the pace of this game so far. Slack trying to be sneaky, not able to do so. KiLLa picks up on it, but Classic already there. You see 2 players pushing out of bar, giving it free reign. Can he get it? Yes, it can. Wow. And that's now 7-2 as they have dominated the first 4 minutes of this round. Going to the second half, Nation's going to have to step it up quite a bit.
Is there any possible way that we could hop into a listen-in? Maybe we wait until the second half?
Well, we'll wait to the second half, but honestly, I wouldn't mind going into the second half with a straight listen-in.
Yeah, with the Wanted guys, because if the throwback, it's always fun to watch these guys. Whatever team Classic is on, because they seem to get really hype, and the combination of Huhdle, Spacely, and Slacked could be they could be getting amped up. They could be. I mean, they could be just playing very chill and passive, or calling out like that, or they could be just absolutely turned.
Well, when it comes and just looking at the overall stats, it's really no surprise that they're doing so well when it comes to Blitz. When it comes to Nation, all their stats, at least KD-wise, was below 1. When you look at Wanted, everyone's stats besides Huhdle was above 1. And in fact, Slack had the best at 1.31 as he was just an overall slayer. He's not doing too bad, 13-8 here. Spacely, though, is really stepping it up. And he is 16-9, but with that being said, he also has 2 captures to his name, so 8-2. It's really not too surprising overall, but man, I expected more of a fight. I mean, but hey, I want to do a listening just like you said. Let's go ahead and do a listening with one and see how they're communicating.
They beat us here.
Oh yeah, he goes loading. I'll pick him. Yep. Oh my god.
Okay.
Weak. Water tower. Nice. These kids fucking suck.
Mid map dead.
Nice. 3.
No, last one tab. Last one blue tarp. He's hitting it. Nice.
What don't you pick up?
That's my dude, Josiah. That's my fucking guy.
Jezza, you fucking hoss. Nice. They're gonna spawn on a peg.
Yeah, we need left. We need left.
Go mid lane.
I'll get left.
Oh, your gunny's weak, my friend. 2 on point. I'm coming right with you, Mitch.
Right up mid.
Give me 1 second, Mitch.
I got your push. Post alley.
I have left. Nothing left. Who's left now? Done.
There's might be another one post alley.
I don't know where this guy right went. Oh yeah, he flanked me tarp.
Absolute post. He's pushing up right here, Josh. Right there. Yep.
Nice.
2. Hold all your lines.
Opening gate. One's post alley.
Nice. 3. Last guy KiLLa.
I'm trying to leave American side open. Try to push the left.
He just capped ours. KiLLa capped ours.
White truck dead.
Nice.
One more hitting left. He's pushing up.
One's right side, blue.
Where's he going?
American. He
It
went
was
American.
MBoZe. He might have gone middle.
Ricky pushed through.
Got Rick.
Ricky, you said right? You said right?
I have left.
I'm
I have
dead.
left.
I gave it right. I'm going middle.
I have one left.
Alright, I'll go right.
Mid lane. He backed up. Backed up. Go mid lane. Go mid lane. Oh, let's go. There was back antique. Whatever the fuck that shit's called.
Back left from me, MBoZe. One shot.
On their point. I hit him with an 8 on their point. I got one off spawn. Another one on their point.
Got it.
Nice. Good shit,
Pick
Mitch.
up right.
Pause. Good spawn there.
Well, Hitch, I heard it.
That's what we wanted to hear.
You heard it. The chat heard it.
If goalie won't let me curse, we got to let them curse.
That's it, right?
Yes.
Man. I think that that listening says it all as to how confident Wanted is feeling.
Yeah.
And I think we heard how confident they were within the first, 5 seconds, 10 seconds at the listen in.
It's awesome to hear. I was thinking, I was saying it earlier that I didn't even recognize Huddle's voice because it's been so long since I'd heard it. But it's cool to see him just, snap right back into it. What I like about these throwback tournaments is, it's probably been so long since these guys teamed with each other or even spoke to each other.
Sure,
like after you get done teaming with people, you don't really keep up as much as you did whenever you were on the team, obviously. But these throwback tournaments, you kind of just snap back into it. It's awesome to watch these players literally just snap back into playing together and have try to find that chemistry that they once had.
Really, truly is awesome. And it comes to the fact, did they ever go back and, just kind of play it like maybe KiLLa's doing? Or maybe they even didn't, like you said, just the fact that muscle memory, because you got to think about how many hours these pros have put into this game alone. I mean, it's ungodly compared to, and of course the other games as well, but their mind is just always in it. And of course, Ricky with the nice kill there, of course, with the portal capture too. But with that being said, yeah, they sounded confident. But this minute 50, Nation starting to come back quite a bit. 6 to 10, they're only 4 down. Still plenty of time remains for them to come back. Maybe it's possible.
Yeah, and this map is not like Octane or where you can just whenever you're up you can just continuously overextend. Like every single cap is pretty much earned. Whether that's with sneaky play or if you slay out their base and then get a cap. It is pretty much earned. There's no we can just continuously go trade cap.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that on this map. So the comeback is possible, I would say, but it's got to happen pretty soon.
It's got to happen within the next 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You'd have to say if they don't score within the next 30 seconds, it's, as I like to say, it's gonna be mathematically impossible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, not looking promising as MBoZe was the last up for Nation as he gets taken out. Wanted at this point, kind of knowing, we really don't need captures at this point. We just need to kind of hold them at bay. And that's why we saw a lot of the players kind of hanging back and guarding their own portal and shutting down Nation. So at this point, they know they're sitting pretty, but KiLLa looking to kind of change things up a little bit. But I think it is, in fact, mathematically impossible for them to come back as nobody is going to be near the portal. Ricky is the closest one, and he's still pretty far back at this point. And there you have it. That's going to be the Blitz, and that's another round for the series. Going to the boys of Wanted as now they lead 2-1. Of course, they won the first one, that at least in the winner's bracket. Now in the loser bracket, kind of in the same fashion. And I'm a little bit worried because now we're moving over to domination, and it's not just any domination, it's domination on strike zone.
Wow.
And if we've already seen them heating up, Slack 25-17. You have 32-18 for Spacely. If they keep up this slaying ability, strike zone is going to be easily in their favor. And I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to be going. And looking at the overall stats, even back from Ghost, of course, 4 years of time between that, they're relatively even. So it could be, maybe that first domination we saw between them, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it was a fluke, but
maybe.
But if it wasn't, it's definitely going to show in this next domination.
Right. Yeah, and I think it's kind of unfortunate that whoever made this map set just didn't do a very good job because Sov Dom and Strike Zone Dom right next to each other.
Landon was in charge of that, and unfortunately,
I think it was all Landon. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think he just threw his chair and his. we were making fun of him for that earlier. Unfortunately, it wasn't him. I don't know who it was actually made this map set.
Landon also wanted best of 11s,
I thought he was crazy for that.
I thought it was a good idea, but I just don't think we had the time.
Or the manpower.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Or the manpower, yeah.
A 3-man casting team casting this tournament best of 11s.
Yeah, I think the chat would have liked it, but
the chat would have loved
I think
it.
that's it. I don't think the players would have liked it. I don't think. I don't think we would have had a great time.
But yeah,
with Sov Dom and Strike Zone Dom being the two most close quarters domination maps, we'll see if that plays a factor, because in neither one of those maps can KiLLa really use that Remington to the best of his ability. So we'll see if they can win this rotation war known as Strike Zone Dom, and if anybody can drop huge numbers. One thing about this is we'll see a bunch of like 2 and 3 pieces, I think. Especially, I think on the wanted side, it seemed like they were on the wanted side. It seemed like there was a lot of like hip fire 2 pieces and stuff. So Strike Zone is definitely the place where we can see some of those big plays.
Trying to think back of what my favorite moment in Strike Zone domination would be, and I think it has to be Revan's call-out moment.
Yeah.
Overall. A competitive moment, I don't even know. I mean, it was always just such a chaotic map.
Very chaotic. I'd say there's a part in at COD Champs where Nadeshot got like a 8 or 9 piece on
got an 8 or 9 piece.
Yeah, on Strike Zone Dom.
He was eating.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was against the Australian team.
Which Australian team do you know? Was it Mind Freak?
Yeah, the Daughters.
The Daughters?
Not the Daughters. The Daughters.
That's what I said.
I know, but I said it thinking that maybe I could not like the
daughters,
not like sons and daughters, but like
but like the daughters, like you place a dot.
Yeah, daughters. I don't know what that is. Anyway.
It's my Kentucky accent coming out. Sometimes I just like kind of slur words together. It's amazing that I'm even a commentator with how clear that you have to be. I don't say the word y'all, but Landon is such a jokester.
Yeah, he's I don't know what he's doing back there.
Said he was sleepy. I figured he'd be taking a nap, but he's back there screaming.
Yes. And
I work with this guy 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but at least 5-6 days a week. Trust me, it's a blessing.
I have to work with
drive goalie
Optic
insane.
Maniac, so it's about the same. It's about the same. He's just always asleep.
Is that right?
Yeah, always.
Always
or
asleep.
screaming. Yeah. Now that I think about it, asleep or screaming are his two.
You realize those are the two most extreme things. Unless he's having night terrors, which then would make sense.
Yeah,
because he's sleeping while and screaming at the same time.
Yeah, but that's him. I'm trying to think of a time where he wasn't asleep or screaming, and nothing comes to mind. Those are his two personalities. So,
just eating his cereal while just screaming at the top of his lungs.
That's about it. He actually got kicked out of his apartment for screaming.
Really? That's your story.
Yeah, for screaming. He had to move apartments because he screamed so loud.
What is going on over there? Is just the neighbors just banging on the wall.
And ever since that moment, when he moved into his new apartment, he's been asleep. So those are the two.
Learned his lesson. Says, you know what? If I can't scream, I'm just going to sleep.
Yes.
What's the point? What's the point of being awake? There's just no point.
That's it.
It's a true maniac. I respect that. Living up to the name. Strike Zone domination. The music intense as this match is going to be.
I just got hyped. I feel like I'm about to spawn in.
I feel like you're about to dance.
Yes.
No. Are you?
No.
Okay.
Not about
well, I was about to say, put the camera on him. Let's see it. I'm ready for it. Here it is, though. Of course, that A-C split, so incredibly important to get that B spawn trap. But either way, the teams are going to be rotating like madmen, trying to get any flags that they possibly can. And off the break, we're going to be following a player that dies relatively early, actually, as we're seeing already the kills underway. Of course, the AC flag
3-piece right off the bat.
It's going to be there, and yes, it is, in fact. As Miracle's heating up, unfortunately, he's going to be cooled down.
KiLLa has a Remington. He did this last time.
So, you said this wasn't... Remingtons on this map wasn't, like, out of line, really, honest. Like, it wasn't common, per se, but it wasn't crazy to kind of see a Remington brought on a map like this, because... if you can get your line of sights down on this map, especially if you're in between the AC split, you can kind of have a really good line of sights and kind of mow the players down. Obviously, you're not pushing into bar with it like he was kind of doing, which is kind of crazy. But, Remington's not too bad of an idea. But
I can't remember a time ever where I saw maybe towards the end of the game.
It was far in between, but I mean, I do remember kind of seeing it, and you would kind of, but you would only see it commonly between, like I said, the AC flag, trying to lock that down. At least you would have that line of sight, because there was a head glitch. I forget the call out down on the end. Was it the pro shop?
Yes.
And you had kind of like a head glitch down that you could lock down, or at least in between that.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and you would be able to have the Remington and just kind of spam the A flag. And it'd mainly be used to lock down A if you had that. But
right. But I feel like already KiLLa's already pulled out a
yeah, he wised it up a little bit. Well, because he was pushing, like, why am I going to have it push into bar? Right. It kind of doesn't make any sense. I agree with you there. But close game, 22-18 currently, as we're seeing now the kills kind of heat up. I'm looking at the overall kills. Nobody really... Well, I guess KiLLa 8-3. You know, he did have the Remington out, but it kind of worked out for him. He's slaying out 9-3 currently. Is really early on in the game, first 2 minutes, he's already double positive, living up to his at least hype throughout this entire tournament. He had a 1.33 earlier. I'm kind of curious to see how that is now that we played at least 2 more rounds after that.
Yeah, and as you can see, he already sees that the B flag is being taken, so he rotates straight to A. Starts taking that, and this is when that rotation war just starts coming in.
Right.
On strike zone. Is the like we said last time, it's the only Dom map in COD history that plays this way.
It is, and it's very unique in the way that you play it. There are set strategies, but really it's just all about rotation. If we were to do a listen-in, which we will do later, you're going to hear how chaotic that it is as KiLLa loses that fight.
Yeah, very chaotic, especially when people were just figuring out how to play it.
Oh, yeah.
That was the craziest part, because people were still trying to trap teams in B, and then they realized that wouldn't work because you could just easily get out of one side and then, you know, basically have the entire other flag captured before you can rotate back. So then the rotation strategy started coming in, and then people it took a while to catch on. So the comms for a little while was just hectic. It was just people they had no idea what to do. And which kind of leads to the Revan call out video.
It does, yeah.
This is the exact
Why aren't you calling out?
Yeah.
All right, you want me to call out? I'll call out. Like,
exactly.
It's if you don't know what we're talking about, go on YouTube and just simply Google Revan calls out. That's all you need to do, and you'll see what we're talking about. It happened on this map at Kitchen, and it was truly epic. But man, yeah,
KiLLa 15-5.
He is.
So if you want to go into a listen-in with them, since there's a minute and a half, we can do that with Nation. Yeah, just to listen to how these guys are playing, especially with KiLLa cooking the way he is.
I just want to hear if KiLLa's doing the Wu train at this point. I mean, might as well. Let's go for a listen-in with Nation.
Top cat. Kitchen. You needed me? Yeah, go out. You're good.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Someone get pro. Someone try to get pro. Yeah, I'm going. Someone get pro. Pro. Weak. Really weak. One shot. Just laying down. He's laying down in the outside of this. One shot top mid. Alright, go A. Someone cut off mid, like pro. Nice, push pro. Go push it, Sauce.
I got one.
Nice, 3. Push it.
Top mid. 3.
Nice, 4.
You're trying to proceed. Go.
Yep, I need your pro.
Put pressure. Make them rotate. Play kills. We can get the 3 cap. Everyone get a kill here. Nice, man. Let's go. Keep pushing it. You're spawn trapping them.
Down low, weak. Whoever that is. Whoever just killed me is weak. Huddle's weak. Huddle's weak.
Safe. That you maybe. On the steps. 2 on the steps. I got one. One more on the steps.
Let's go.
I'm hopping it. Pro maybe.
Coming
to help me. He's on A.
Trying to go
pro. One shot. Nice. Hop this with me. I'm one shot. At the bridge.
I got him off A.
Nice. Get him
I got
off
2 A.
Nice. 3. Hop back on A. Last guy bridge. One shot.
Oh, I just died by trophy,
Go
bro.
A. They're gonna hop on A. Go A quick. Neutral.
Yeah, get nades on it.
They're spawning there too. 2 in the back.
Two there.
Yeah, he got.
One's on the steps.
Good shit, Sauce.
Good job.
Holy shit, this guy's dropping.
He's just gonna. One shot, bro. Give me that. Oh. Alright, we're up 20. Let's go.
Yeah. You're a fucking beast, yo. Come on, let's go.
Space is a whole different player on host, man.
They're talking shit.
Yeah.
All right, we are back, and
oh my!
I just want to say the roasts are real. As I think it was it was Miracles, I believe. Who's you notice Spacely 6 and 14, and he said, if you guys caught it, Spacely is a whole other player off host, man. Yeah. He's gone 6 and 14. They're heating up. I like it. KiLLa, man,
on pace for a 40.
He is, and it's possible on this map.
Yeah, definitely possible.
Absolutely.
As long as you don't slow down. A lot of the times on pace at halftime means that the player is going to slow up a little bit in the second half. But you know, based off of what we've seen this far, or thus far on this tournament. I think KiLLa has what it takes to keep up that momentum.
He definitely does. AB split in the hands of Wanted currently as they are trying to desperately come back. Of course, still very possible. Only 22 points down, and on a map like this, that's really, I mean, it's not too much. It's definitely possible at this current point, but still locking it down to AB split. You do notice, though, the Oracle mode. Players from Nation are going to be pushing into the bar section, and now it's going to be MBoZe on there trying to secure it. One player desperately trying to throw a nade out there, trying to get it. Does force him off the neutralization in the process, but the assist comes in as Miracle picks off Classic, and that's going to be the B cap. And already, again, the rotation game in effect. You see the mini-map as now the boys from Wanted are going to be pushing through Pro, but KiLLa mowing the player down on the platform, on that hallway, and you talk about dominating fashion. That's the KiLLa I like to see, is holding them at bay. They were down, I believe, what, 30 points, and now it's continuing as Wanted is struggling to make this comeback.
Yeah, and I thought they had it for a little while.
Yeah.
They had the
They're looking
two-cap,
good.
and then I don't think they really rotated the way that Nation has been rotating. I think they tried to hold them off and nade the B, their own B flag whenever it was being taken instead of rotating to C. But I don't know why they decided to go with that. Maybe it's just because of the way that Sloss is frying right now. Which is definitely a pleasure to see. Already at 30 kills with 3 minutes left. So I think the 40 is definitely still on the table.
He's on pace. Mind you, I believe he's only got 7 kills this round. But, hey, anything is definitely possible. 30 and 16 is impressive enough. Even if we were to end the game now, I'd say KiLLa had a phenomenal game. Now he's at 31. Let's go and stay on board with KiLLa just for a little bit and see if he can continue to heat up. Nobody's going to be home through Pro. He might threaten to head over towards the A flag, maybe even threaten that triple cap a little bit, but he is going to have at least a couple of engagements, and that's going to be Classic. The first victim is he'll rotate upstairs, and yet another one. He's at 33. Does he continue to push? It looks like, honestly, at this point, there's no reason why KiLLa doesn't feel like a god. I mean, he's at 34 kills. He's playing like an absolute madman. He's on a 5-kill streak at this point, and he's going to neutralize A or capture it. If the B spawn trap goes in effect, you better start praying for Team Wanted.
Yeah, and I mean, we're not even talking about him because of how much of a dominant performance KiLLa has, but Miracle is also doing really well. He's gotten, I think I've seen him have at least 2 3-pieces. He
has,
and multiple 2-pieces. So he's definitely playing really well. How many? Let's look at the caps as well. Look at Ricky. Ricky with 9 caps.
Yeah,
obviously being that OBJ god, as people used to say. Man, it's crazy to watch all these players play again.
Absolutely. I mean, that's always been the thing for Ricky, right? He doesn't care about being the star of the show. He doesn't care about at least getting all the eliminations. It's all about the OBJ. And 9 total captures. He's leading the caps. You have KiLLa leading in kills for the team. It's no question as to why they're leading the way. KiLLa definitely on par. He's at 38, Hitch, at this current point. Only 2 away.
Only 2 away. He's got a minute left.
MBoZe as well, not doing too bad. On board with KiLLa now. He's asking for trouble. He's going to be neutralizing this B flag. He wants the team to be coming towards him. Unfortunately, no one's going to be home just yet. But you know what? He's on point. He's spraying anyways. If Casper was over there, he's dead.
Yeah. His centering was on point in that, in that spray too.
Oh, my gosh.
So he needs 1 more for the 40.
35 seconds. Who's going to be the final victim for the 40 bomb? The assist doesn't count. Can he get 40 players all around him? And yes, it is.
Spacely.
And that is Spacely, who's going to crescent him with the 40 kills.
40 bombs. Can we get some 40s in the chat?
40s in the chat.
This is wild. So now I believe that's a game 5 coming up, which is we were nervous too. We were nervous that that Nation wasn't going to be able to hang and dom. And
absolutely.
And then you have Sloss going full Poppy mode.
Ooh, yeah, bringing it back.
Yeah, and dropping the 41.
Print me the shirt. I'm ready. Team Poppy.
So next up we have Freight S&D.
Freight S&D. Actually, I think one of my favorite S&Ds to watch at least.
Yes.
Just because I like the dynamic of it. I love how offense has to fight tooth and nail to take over the victory. And defense kind of, in a way, has it handed to them. It's there. They still have to work for it.
Yeah.
But usually the first team to win the offensive first round, it's usually the team that takes it overall. Because at that point, like I said, and I always say it, they can just keep trading defensive sides left and right, and then they'll be able to effectively take the win.
Yeah.
So
there's a bunch of different like weird things that can happen on Freight too. Like obviously it's a very defensive heavy map with the with the defensive team being able to take over red. Being able to take over red and being able to take over Owens, and then if anybody hits underground, they can listen for the gate break, and it's I don't know, there's a lot that can happen on Freight.
There's absolutely a lot that can happen. Speaking of which, I want to know what's your favorite map and your favorite, I guess, map and game type. Give me a combo.
Wow, on Ghost.
On Ghost. Specifically on Ghost.
I think my favorite to watch was always Freight Blitz.
Okay.
I think that was always a good map to watch. There's a lot of cool stuff that can happen on that. You've got Dito's 6-piece against EG. You have Scump's 7-piece against EG. I don't know why EG was always getting pooped on, but there's a lot of cool things that could happen. But then, of course, if you're watching your favorite team play Freight and they go down, then that's kind of rough to watch because you're just watching, spawn trap after spawn trap. But I don't know, Blitz. Obviously, it had its flukes, and I think it was fun for this game to watch, but I don't think I want it in a future.
No. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it to come back. Absolutely not. No, I don't think there. I would prefer maybe even CTF over Blitz. Honestly,
I love CTF.
CTF is great. It has a lot of great moments in CTF.
CTF is my favorite game mode in COD. It's always been my favorite. I love the dynamic of getting cutoffs and
the push and pull of it.
Overextending and playing for tiebreakers or standoffs. And that's why it was always kind of weird for me in World War II with everybody spawning directly behind their flag like multiple times.
It was interesting because you had to constantly make a push. You had to fight off enemy waves after enemy waves.
Exactly.
Whereas before in other games there was always that dynamic. You push forward and you kind of start forcing the spawns on the other end of the map, and then you push forward and you lock down that side of the map, especially in Black Ops 2.
You can either rotate back to flag or continue to overextend and try to take that gunfight. Yeah, that's how I learned CTF in Modern Warfare 2, and then continued that over in Modern Warfare 3, and then Black Ops 2, and then
World War 2 just blew it up.
World War 2, I tried playing it, and I was like, I'm never spawning out. I'm always spawning behind our base, and it just kind of had like a weird. So hopefully in Black Ops 4 it continues that.
I hope so, depending on where they go with it. I mean, hey, who knows? I'm excited for it overall. I mean, a lot of people have said this could be the best Call of Duty year, at least moving forward. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think it's regardless if it's best or whatever. I think it's going to be a very important year, and I'm excited to see what happens with competitive COD, especially with 5v5 and also with content.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see that 5v5 situation. And here we go. We got the hero.
The hero.
We have it. Hitch, are you feeling it?
Am I feeling what?
Are you feeling the song?
I am always feeling the song.
Are you feeling the dance? I'm trying my best.
Can't dance to Hero.
What?
You can't.
This is the Ghost song.
Yeah, you just get really hype.
Let me tell you, Hitch. I danced to Hero the other day. I'm not going to do it now.
Did you?
I will not make a full. And I had landed.
Look at Loman planting the bomb. Just.
Those bots were tearing it up that day, and Loman was on everybody's mind. That's, of course, coming from COD Champs. No, Loman was the best at COD Champs, mind you, if you didn't watch.
Yeah.
Here we are, Search and Destroy, 2-2, losers finals. This decides who moves on and who is out.
This is
a $1,000 match, essentially. Who's going to move on?
Wow.
I know. Look, I'm setting it down.
Are you what?
I'm setting the pace.
Big boy money.
It's a $1,000 match.
There it is.
Doesn't have the same effect as Black Ops 2 COD Champs. Where it's a, what is it? How much was it? $20,000 match?
Oh, yeah, you're
that
right.
famous is a $20,000. This is a $1,000 match. No, okay, but seriously, it's a big one. Spacely already down. Ricky with the bomb, and that's good news to get that first blood, especially on the offensive side. They're looking pretty good, and this could be a strong start for the boys of Nation. We'll see if they can continue forward. Miracles, though, kind of knows there's a player in the corner.
Yeah.
Saw that player go down there, and that's actually, as we say, bodies drop quickly between 40 and 30 seconds. Huhdle last alive in a 1v4 Hitch.
Yep, 1v4. Bomb just went down, and they know where he is. slightly unwinnable round, I would say.
Definitely
in this
backs,
$1,000 match, slightly unwinnable.
Backs were against the wall, I definitely have to say, during that current situation. But hey, what did I say before this, right? The team to win the first offensive round is usually going to be our victor. And one thing that I think me and you can both agree on when it comes to S&D, Nation is kind of the team that we can predict to kind of win, at least in my opinion.
Right.
Because when I think S&D, I think Nation.
Right, and I've kind of been gassing KiLLa and MBoZe when it comes to S&D, but I think Ricky and Miracles have been the people that have been stepping it up in S&D. So that's how many smokes were just thrown.
If a bomb plant doesn't go down with that many smokes, I'm going to be disappointed.
All I heard was
felt like I was watching Blitz again with how many sounds were going off. Huddle on your screen. Slack with the bomb. He's going to be just hanging out here. Nobody home just shit and fire. And, of course, KiLLa keeping the kills going with the Remington, taking out Classic, and he's going to even up the score a little bit as it really wanted, kind of trying to reset, trying to figure out where they want to go. I'm not too sure as they're just kind of hanging back. Ricky outside of Red KiLLa looking to make some moves, and I like this play going underground. He's going to be on the full flank, but unfortunately, well, there he goes, wisely backing up, and of course he needed to, because if you look, the Wanted Boys, they're going to be over at B, and KiLLa's in prime position to potentially get a wallbang here. Oh, he does! Oh, no! How did he not get that?
What just happened? They immediately go to put down the bomb on the other side so that it can't be wallbanged. How did he not die?
I really don't know. Honestly, he was one shot, 100% one shot. And now the pressure is on.
Oh, I think Ricky just saw that. Oh, and got bad timing. So he saw the rotation back, but didn't see the re-rotation, if that's a word.
We just made him one.
Yeah, and now
Landon makes up words you can do. It works.
Okay. So KiLLa threw the smoke.
Yep.
Then died.
Oh no!
And
wow! Oh my gosh, Huhdle!
Huhdle just gunned.
What a play
Ricky in that situation.
They win their offensive round as well, and I tell you, that is pretty rare, especially if you guys aren't familiar with Ghost. For both teams to win their offensive round and both teams to lose their defensive round, that's pretty a rare occurrence, you would have to say. This is a funky match already, but I got to say, Ricky 3-1 is the guy to kind of look out for, at least on the offensive side, and we're going to be on board with him. And he's got the Remington with the thermal, and he's going to be looking for that cross. No one's going to be home as of yet, though, as the battle is going to be won, at least in the beginning section, for the team of Wanted.
Yeah, you got, I don't know, obviously that one player in top Owens, and then there's another player, it looks like bottom Fire.
Yeah.
So I guess the other two have to be red. Yeah, it looks like Spacely is in red, and Slacked is, or Classic is in red, or outside of red. So yeah, 2 players red and 2 players Owens, which is pretty much the standard setup.
Yep.
Every once in a while, people will get crazy and push out of red, but you got to think right now, it's with that smoke being thrown, it's probably going to be, or they're probably thinking it's either going to be a gate push or a push through middle, which is what Miracles is doing now. So he pushed right through middle. I think he's going to try to get bombed down.
Oh, he waits quite a bit of time, and I believe the smoke is going to clear, and he'll be seen from top red. But no, Spacely doesn't see him in time. He will pick up the elimination, though. So KiLLa and Ricky now in a 2v4, having to defend the Wanted squad from pushing up as we see KiLLa being dropped. Ricky now last up. Still in the much same position as he was in the beginning, and he's going to get dropped from Spacely. As really, there's not a lot he can do in that situation.
Yeah, you kind of have to play that one really passive and pick people off, and it seemed like the Wanted guys just closed in really quickly. So, especially when I don't know where KiLLa died from. I don't know if he was because top white is usually the situation, or usually the place you want to play there, but he died really fast. So.
Well, that's the first defensive round one, at least, to change the pace up a little bit. 2-1, Wanted leading the way. Now they're going to be on the offensive side, which they're flawless so far, and we'll see if they can continue that up as we see a nice push going forward. One player going underground, KiLLa looking for the cross. Nobody's going to be home as of yet. That player underground is intriguing me, and that's going to be Miracles. He's going to be on this full flank. Of course, he's got to open that door. That's going to give away his position. Chooses to do so. Quickly spotted.
Yep.
As now he's kind of trapped in his position, but and as we typically see, this is just going to be the battle of the door. Just opening, closing, and that's kind of like your mom screaming at you to close the front door, but you don't want to do so. As you just keep pestering her, and that's definitely not what you want to do. Miracle's still on your screen underground. KiLLa
Yeah,
looking like he kind of wanted to go there, but of course, wisely, they're going to go ahead and backtrack as they know A is probably going to be the bomb that the team of Wanted is going to want to hit up at this point. But
there's no reason to push underground at this point.
No.
Because you're a man up, and now, yeah,
and you know bombs at A.
Yeah. So there's really no reason. Miracles pushes out, gets that kill, and it is a 2v1 situation. So with 15 seconds left, there really should be no reason to lose this round. But
I got to say, I'm honestly surprised Slack was able to get this bomb plant down. Of course, KiLLa making quick work of him, and he's going to go ahead and give the defuse over to Ricky, who's currently, and I think that would get him 3 points towards his specialist bonus. 5-2 currently.
2-2.
It is. It's 2-2 as that's the second defensive round won. As it seems like off the beginning we saw both offensive rounds won and now both defensive rounds won from both sides, as they're literally playing identical at this point. MBoZe still 0-3. We'll see if we can give him some stream love and see maybe he'll be able to pick up maybe an elimination. It worked last time. I believe it was during the domination. We don't want to see another 007, which I believe it actually happened on this map, didn't it? Or was it Sovereign? I think it was Sovereign.
It was Sovereign.
It was Sovereign.
And it was MBoZe.
It was MBoZe. Yeah, I know it was MBoZe. I just didn't know a map. Smoke down going for the bomb plant. And I think he will, in fact, be able to get it as a player did push bottom fire as Huhdle makes quick work of Miracles there.
That's a good play, though. Getting the bomb down
absolutely
that fast. Oh, wow. He just gets peeked out right there, though. That's
the COD timing. And look, and then the COD timing taking him out as well.
Oh, this is
bad.
A rough situation. He does have what? I don't. Yeah. Oh, I think he got wobbing from the other side. So that is going to do it. And they're letting Slack get the bomb defused so that he can get some of his specialist streaks, which I'm sure is who knows what it is. It's probably either tack mask or flak jacket, or whatever they're called in this game. But so now he can push up pretty quick without worrying about any of those grenades coming in.
Nation needed to win that offensive round to kind of keep pace with the team of Wanted, because now Wanted in their hands, they're already up 3-2. We've known that they can win offensive rounds. If they take this, it's going to be so incredibly difficult for Nation to win this, which is my favorite to take this. But Wanted is fighting back, and Slackton is in a very interesting position over here next to Barrels, looking for someone to kind of extend out. And he's just going to kind of chill at that point. Bomb is down. He pushes out. That's a big win that he needed to take. MBoZe, though, is going to get it, and he's going to get his first kill of the game, as now it's currently a 4v3 situation, as now we're going to see Nation on the attack. Now, if Wanted win this, I'm going to be really worried at this point, but it's looking pretty strong for Wanted to lose this. Huhdle now last up, and he's not going to take it, and that's a good round.
Yep, 3-3. Man, this is... You got to wonder if this is going to a round 11.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm hoping it does. Round 11s are the most hype thing. Like, the moments before round 11 are the most hype portions of COD. It's the most intense, especially if you're... I love watching round 11s unless it's Optic playing on main stage, because then I would rather just skip forward.
I hear you. The pressure's on at that point, right? You're really biting your nails.
It's just terrifying.
Like watching your kids play, really.
I don't have kids yet, so.
I threw something at you, man. Take ownership, all right? I don't have kids yet. It's always a good answer. Same. MBoZe at the bottom, not breaking the fence as of yet. And there it goes. He's going to go ahead and push out. Smoke through, coming like a zombie of the night, and he's chilling in a very interesting position. I don't know.
That player top 2 red.
No, I thought he was going to peek him out, but he doesn't. I mean, how? But honestly, you wouldn't guess MBoZe is going to be in that position.
Yeah, it's not a terrible position.
But it's not a common position.
Especially if you think, because he knows somebody's bottom fire. This is such a, that is a terrible spot, though, in between that pillar.
The fact that both of them didn't fire a shot there is truly phenomenal.
That pillar is just in a perfect spot.
It really is.
One of them. And he gets, he gets a lot. He gets that player top 2 weak. He was able to call him out. And now Miracle's just getting tagged from
he's just
top Owens and didn't care.
He's like, you know what? Not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. I respect it. The fact that he predicted that player was there is actually a heads-up play. As we see, we trade off yet another defensive round, and once again, Wanted is going to be on the attacking side. Now, I talk about it, Nation needs to win an offensive round. It's so crucial because, like, if they keep trading off rounds as it is, Wanted by default is going to win just from defensive rounds alone. So Nation has to bring the fight to them and win an offensive round. So a lot riding on the line for that. We'll see if they'll be able to do so. And this is so incredibly important. Let's get on board. I don't even know who to be on board with that.
Yeah,
Landon, take
Landon,
take control.
I was waiting for him to pick somebody.
I respect it. Landon always on the hustle.
Wow, it seems like a double underground push, which is not very common.
Not at all.
Even though I think MBoZe has been hitting underground. I don't know. I think they're with the 4v4, which MBoZe and KiLLa are not used to playing 4v4s. They've been playing a lot of Ghosts, but not a lot of 4v4s. It just can get very hectic with some of these pushes.
But all falling apart for the Wanted boys. This MBoZe!
Oh my God!
MBoZe.
Oh man.
MBoZe. I was so worried.
There's not a lot you can see though. There's a lot of smoke.
You're right. We'll give them that. There's a lot of smoke.
And we can, like, on the Codcaster, we can see them outlined in beautiful orange. But
not MBoZe.
He was just kind of up in their grill, just hip firing. So again, 4-4. Oh man.
Look, like I said though, they have to take this. They have to take this offensive round, and if they do, they'll be in position to take over this game. But it's really now or never.
Underground again.
He is going underground, and we'll see if it's going to. Do we have another double? We have a triple underground.
Yeah.
You talk about wanting to push the B bomb side. They're in it, but hey, I respect it. This is something that we haven't seen as of yet. And if it works out, this is going to put the match in their favor. But as I say that, Ricky's going to be dropping. This player safe in the corner. MBoZe knows he has to challenge. Smoke is going to be out, but doesn't clear in time. MBoZe gets the elimination, but of course, the trade in the hands of Spacely picks off MBoZe. Now it's going to be a 2v3 situation, and that was such a bad situation, Hitch.
Yeah, that smoke that was I forgot the player that MBoZe ended up killing right there, but threw a smoke right before he died, and that ended up giving the position.
They needed that.
Yeah, for that other player to take out Miracles. So it's 5-4 right now. Tournament life on the line for Nation, but I'm just hoping we get this round 11.
It's going to come down to it, I think, honestly. The way that this has been going off and on, really. You see, the only offensive round that's been won was literally the first 2 matches of this game. Now it comes down to it as
KiLLa broke. So KiLLa's breaking gate with a silenced pistol, because if he shot a regular pistol,
they would know.
They would know, and if you run up to that gate and then break it by knifing it, they would also hear that. So it looks like the entire team has hit red on offense, which is they have control of red on offense, which is not common at all.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see.
Which is really good for them, but also you have to make something out of it, because now they pretty much have been surrounded.
Right.
You already have, I think that's MBoZe on top, Brew on the other side in their spawn, and then you have people camping all over red and pallets over here. So it's going to be interesting to see what they make of it. It
comes down to this player on the right of Slacked, and we switch off of him just as he was about to get in that engagement, I do believe. This is Ricky. Yes, it is. In fact, he's going to be on the flank, and he does get it. And that's the person I was talking about. Heads up play from Landon is now it's a 2v3 situation. Of course, Nation, they have to take this. If they don't, they're out. And Slack now last up alive, and really a hope and a prayer at this point for Wanted to try and take this out and close it out before it gets a little out of hand. But who knows? It's definitely possible. He does have bomb in hand. He's not going to have time to get the bomb plan off. And with that elimination now, KiLLa knows there's no time for him to plant the bomb, he's just going to hide in the back. Slack's not going to be able to find him. We're going to
round 11.
Oh my gosh, round 11. This is what we wanted to see. Landon is going insane in the back. If you can only hear him, the crowd behind this wall is absolutely deafening. as this is a landing event.
All the people in the Staples Center behind us are just going.
I can barely hear you. What are you saying? Hello? Okay. This is it. This is it for Nation. Now, mind you, they do have the advantage. They're going to be on the on the defensive side, and that's exactly where you want them to be, but it's a 3v3 Hitch.
Oh, Miracles. I don't know how he escaped with his life right there. He got naded and wallbanged and stunned all within red, and then it still ends up getting a kill. That was a Huhdle in a 1v2 situation, and he gets away as well.
This is it for the tournament life of both teams, really, and wanted now in a 1v2 Huhdle, keeping the team alive single-handedly. Now, $1,000 difference for the winner and loser of this team. Who is going to move on to play Team Envy in the winners finals? It comes down to this. Ricky and KiLLa need to keep it alive for Nation Huhdle. Top red, Bomb, currently on the ground next to A. Now, there is a person up top, and I don't know who that is, and he sees him.
I don't know if the player top pipes saw him.
If he
Huddle's probably going to – wait, he's not
He has time to rotate B, but there's a player underground who's going to see him cross. This has to be it. There's no way. There's no way. Does he go for the plant? He doesn't.
No, that's the game.
That's it.
Game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Nation takes the round 11. That is wild. I can't believe that just happened.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was counting Nation out. I wanted Nation to win this, and I thought they could win it, but the way they were trading off, and it came down to a round 11. I think it came down to kills is what determined who was going to be on offense and defense. And I think, and that in fact, it was Nation that won that little coin toss, and they take it.
Yeah, I feel like,
and you talk about a close series.
That is wild.
But let's go back to the Sovereign domination, 195 to 118. When I saw that, and Wanted dominated that match, I was worried for Nation. I said, you know what? I don't know. This is looking maybe one because they won the winners round whenever they faced off against each other because this was a rematch. Wait, this was a rematch.
Was it?
This was a rematch.
I don't know.
No, this was a rematch because it was 3-2. Wanted. We'll pull up the bracket, but no, this was for sure a rematch because if you look there on the bottom, Wanted and Nation played off against each other, and Wanted won that by one round, and it came down right exactly. But it came down to a round 5 either way, just like in the last one.
So they have a 5-5 map count.
They had a 5-5 map count on both ends, and I'm sure it was just as close then.
Crazy.
But I
didn't know that.
But I'm going to tell you, it's a testament the Nation moving on to play against Envy. KiLLa has had the game of his life. We looked at his stats at least 3 matches ago, and he was at a 1.33 leading the tournament, and there's no doubt in my mind he's not leading now, especially after that 41 kills that we saw in the domination.
So that's it.
On Strike Zone, but man, that's it.
Grand finals coming up.
Guaranteed $1,500 going to the loser.
Yes.
Whether it be Nation or Team Envy, $3,000 going to the winner. But I'm telling you, and if you ask anyone, especially me or Landon, if you thought that finals was going to be Envy and Nation, we weren't.
Yeah,
it wasn't there. It wasn't there. Complex and business, maybe.
You think like Nation played Complex first round, and nobody had them getting out of first round,
and they beat them.
And now here we are with Rambo Ray in finals of a 2018 tournament.
Yep.
It's just a great day to be alive. I think today is just a great day.
It's a great day to be alive. I'm happy. I'm happy
to be alive.
I gotta say I'm happy. And guys in the chat, I'm happy you're here. Please let us know what you guys are thinking overall. But please let us know. Envy, will they take it or will Nation take it? I don't know. If KiLLa stays playing like he's playing now, there's no way Nation loses this tournament. But then again, you got the god, the legend, Rambo.
Rambo Ray.
Hey, look, this is a classic matchup if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
And I am insanely excited to see what's going to happen. But of course, we're going to be bringing Landon back on to commentate the action of the finals. But hey, it's been great commentating with you so far, and I hope we have you back. Especially, hey, we never know. You said you were impressed, you liked it, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have the finals. Tweet it out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.